Okay, so it's pretty cool. I can close the screen of the phone while I'm recording this. So I'm thinking that while talking with seniors in German, I was thinking that for the Xzna Holographic project, it'd be nice to have a big piece of an area where it's the Xzna Holographic project area without the borders, like fence, no borders. I guess it's checked, yes, for sure, but in a different way than more organic. And less dense, so it's inviting to, not inviting is exactly the right word, but you can come directly and start to come in, and anyway you're seen. And if everything goes well, you can continue. And anyway, so, but not necessarily roads to get there with cars and stuff. That's not in fact. Let's say that's what I see at the moment, which is somewhat simplified, but there could be a road. I'm not saying no, but not a bunch of roads. No. What's going to be around is going to be the infinite sacred gardens of God. So, infinitely sacred gardens of God. Infinitely sacred gardens of God. That's what's all over the area. Although, so we're going to be starting to build from this wilderness, see how we're going to, we really want to kill stuff to create, our dwellings, our particular dwellings. We're going to connect enormously with the land and the spirit of the place and all that. Dragon lines and ley lines, but the dragon lines, let's say, because we're going to stay more at the poetical level of existence instead of being like all within the whole, about the same version as before, but just more liberated and much better for everybody, but still like very, for me anyway, not just for me, but for the Xzna Holographic project, we're going to, one by one, as we see the need, the necessity for something, we're going to protocolize it, if I can say, and serve it and provide it. And then we're going to go and build our own set of protocols and the way that we, bring it about and enforce, I was going to say, but I don't want to say enforce at all. But how we're going to make sure that it's respected within the area, within our area, which can be as big as a country, but country is very big to start with, because I don't see all of it, and I'm not used to also, like, I don't know, go in the jet and think about all of that. Maybe I mean super faster than a jet, but I understand what I mean, something super fast, but that you can still look around and maybe orbiting the Earth at a pretty low altitude, and seeing that, so I could scan the Canada like that, and maybe if it could be in an hour, that would be super cool. You see the landscape. It could be super trippy, but if this can be available to start, well, great. If not, the area makes more sense that it's much smaller, and that I can see it very much. I don't have to see it from one location, central location in the area, like a valley, but it can be bigger than that. But it's going to be, and to tell you the truth, it's going to be the whole Canada, but this is going to deal a lot with the people, and meaning there are laws that they're still going to keep, and that's difficult to deal with when you want to live poetically and very much like a red race warrior. Just because he takes care of his life, makes sure he stays alive, and that he achieves what he wants to achieve. So you have to be a warrior to be on planet Earth, at least in many of its epochs that we have been, for sure, knowing that there's been some difficulties at some point, but some great the way that they were living with nature and their relationship with it. They were not living with nature. They definitely were with nature. They were not thinking, they were not with nature like we are, like we harness nature. Instead of them, they listen to the clouds and the sun, and talk with them, and trees and rocks. And I mean, when you start to let yourself flow in there and do that, you really have a different, when somebody's talking to you about the judiciary system, you understand what they mean, but you're definitely imagining easily, very fast, quickly, in a few seconds. You have all systems and solutions to better ways of addressing what a judiciary system addresses, and you definitely don't use that semantics for it, and that set of very Cartesian semantics and structures and protocols within the language. Well, no, it has to be more poetical, more organic, and it can be super computer as well, but not just computers, and not computers are controlling life, which is higher levels of computation by magnitudes. So having the computer control life doesn't make any sense, but we can make our creations and all sorts of things, robotics, whatever. I'm not into that, man. But not applying these things and disturbing people all over the place with our shit, If they like it, they want it, but we're going to provide it. We're going to be super happy. If somebody likes your creation, you're super happy and you want to buy it. But in the area, maybe it's not going to work like that, buying stuff. It's going to be cashless, I guess. And we're going to make things for everybody, and it doesn't have to be all the same. And we're going to make sure that we're doing things for ourselves, so we have what we like, what we need, and we can also acquire things from other areas of the planet, which is also all one. we're not going to impeach people to come, but we're going to be, everybody's invited at all times. I trust that the flow with the spirit of the land and all the spirits that are that will be protecting the area, and all the angels there, anchoring there, and so much more, and all the portals that we can ourselves set up with all our spiritual families and all of that. May this happens very simply, directly, and powerfully, and much more high resolution than their projects and the other stuff and it's the time for doing that. There's a portal opportunity, if you want to see it that way, but it's not a normal portal. It's a portal of the type of ascension, a planetary ascension. So it's kind of a trippy thing. But the universe is big, vast, and if this here is very significant, even universally, everything's connected, so it is. In fact, anyway. So, c'est ça, the area, and starting by, but the idea of all this little phone thing phone recording is that it can be a country. The Holografyk project can be experientialized as a country, could say. We call it the Holografyk project country. So it's clear that it's not a normal country. It's not a country. It's an area. It's not an area. I'll find the proper words for that are going to be much more indicative of what I want to bring the consciousness to. And manifest that, but it's going to be like that, so we can experience what is the Holografyk project reality and world and philosophy. I was going to say, you can say it like that, but it's multi-dimensional, seriously, philosophy, but it's all in the now. And it's the first habitat of anything, anyone, everything that's living and having its consciousness, and everything that life there is primarily the habitat. Life is the habitat of life. Oops, I should talk closer. Life is the habitat of life. So it means, like in more simple terms, that it is the nature that is the home, the physical home of even humans and squirrels and all of that, but humans too, and rocks and sky. The sky is you see, where people can express themselves, as I do right now, about, without limitations of any kind regarding university or governments or corporations or associations of protocols and what the fuck. With great respect, I was very impressed by that when I was, let's say, 11 years old. And I cannot tell you exactly, I don't remember fully, but I know that I was still really regarding high institutions and things like that. I had not started yet, I think, to be too suspicious or very pissed off at some of them, aspects of them, and then pretty much all of them. And pretty quickly, but I don't remember, I cannot, but what's important in what I say is that everybody can express themselves in their way, not like I do in my way. This is me, I'm just expressing myself, and it's my way by definition, but it's going to be the same. The people that are there, they're going to be able to express themselves and talk about their dreams, and if they want to materialize it or not, or whatever, it's fine, but they're going to be, be able to express what they think and what they like and what they dream. And that's it, we're going to figure out how to function. Me, I can direct that without any problem, naturally. Not that I'm going to be perfect, but at the same time I'm going to be perfect. We are going to be perfect, moving perfectly in the moment. And if we get tired, of course, it's normal, we say some stupid shit, or we make some inversions, or we make, we start to go with the mind, and the spirit is not, the spirit already told us, shut the fuck up and go lay down on in your studio, whatever, or go home. And so it's an area, but the idea that came, it's a country. It's like Canada, but I would like also a area that is like not a country, but an area. But everything's divided as countries right now, still firmly. Still yet firmly, but I would like to see more the Earth as her own body, the surface of her body, and that is so sacred. My God, it's to cry as you go about so much just beautiful. Just when you remember things you have when you were, or that are still being lived in other areas on the body of that is your body. Here's the countries. Not very realistic or close to reality. And this, within Canada, we're going to be able to do it. And Canada is relatively not complex as a landscape. Or it's a very elongated in the middle parts. And then it has its shape of, on one side, a very old enormously eroded ancient high mountain range, and on the west right now, really. That's the idea of the Xzn Holographic project, fully manifested into an experientializable and architecturalized ongoingly, progressively, as a country, as an area, like the whole area of Canada that it occupies now. It's the Xzn Holographic project. And of course it can be called, become Evola if I decide that it makes sense to do it. Otherwise, I have other alternative names that are equally of super high vibration. Xzna Y ST.